Of course, at the top, you've got controlling ownership, which is Tony Khan and Shad Khan, followed by what's by far AEW's biggest business partner, Warner Brothers Discovery. People like David Zaslav and maybe the bad cop, Gunnar Weidenfelds. Certainly Kathleen Finch, though, who's retiring at the end of the year. And Channing Dungey will take her place. So that makes sense. This is reflecting WWE, sort of. You got controlling ownership at the top. That's the same. You've got your one major business partner, who is by far your biggest business partner. We've got key talent here who are next on the influence, and I think Tony is very influenced by especially what his key talent want to do, at least in terms of what happens on screen. Not all talent necessarily, but the key talent. The biggest names in AEW, I think, have a lot of influence in AEW, followed by, we're going to put wrestling media and Twitter next, as I think wrestling media and Twitter do have a great deal of influence over controlling ownership in terms of influencing his thought process and what he's reacting to, as Tony spends quite a bit of time, I think, on Twitter and following the wrestling media. Followed by the remaining business partners. There's some international TV. A lot of the international TV is wrapped up in WBD and their international arms. But there is ITV in the UK, which is their biggest international TV partner. And you've got other partners like Pro Wrestling Tees, other sponsors that they might have, like TurboTax, their video game partner, Ukes, if that's going to continue, DraftKings, Triller, of course, is all the international distributions, and pretty importantly, their wrestling partners. This is more of a wrestling company, but New Japan and CMLL, they're international wrestling partners, and then followed by executives, and then followed by the minimal mainstream media that AEW gets, and then followed by the remaining talent, and then followed by the rest of the swath of fans and other social media. So the volume is not a linear growing measure of volume as the influence decreases here, or vice versa. So that's the AEW hierarchy of influence.